Oh, you've done it now, Johnny.
Welcome to the Breakdown with Jay and Nell, where we'll discuss all of your NFL and NBA news.
Tap in if you want to get to the breakdown.
Welcome to the Breakdown with Jay and Nell. I'm Jay.
And I'm L.
And today, you guys, we're going to talk about the NFC West.
Oh, yeah. The real NFC. Not the other divisions. The real NFC.
This guy. But how was your week, L?
Man, it was long. So long. But I'm glad to be away from there. What about yours?
My week was good. Spent time with family. Completed 2 out of the 3 of my fantasy leagues. You know, it's fantasy football season. You know, regular season about to start, so.
You gonna lose?
Nah. Or I ain't gonna be honest. Maybe the Yahoo fantasy ones, because I was trying to do it at the same time when I was caring for my daughter. So it was a few players I missed out on. So
That's okay.
but on the sleeper fantasy league, John, man, I feel like that team's gonna do something.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah.
I let how big boys handle all the fantasy football.
Nah, you need to get into it.
What?
You need to get into it. Maybe too late now, but
Yeah,
next year you need to get into it.
Next year's gonna be too late too.
No, it's not, because I'm gonna start my own league, and you know, we gonna get that thing popping.
I'm proud of us. It can't just be 2 of us. It can't just be me.
Nah,
then it's gonna be awkward.
No, I know some people. You know, we can invite our friends. You know, we can invite people from work.
I don't like nobody at work too.
So antisocial.
But you already knew this though. That's why I'm the host.
All right, y'all, we're gonna get into it.
I'm gonna start us off. We
man.
have the illustrious 5-time Super Bowl champion. The San Francisco 49ers.
But every time y'all go to the Super Bowl, though, y'all lose.
You teed me out. When the last time? Y'all ain't even sniff the Super Bowl, so sit that down.
Hey, I'd rather miss the Super Bowl than to lose in the Super Bowl.
I'd rather go than haven't seen, sniffed, looked at Super Bowl stuff on my couch. Anyways, our draft consisted of round 1, we did Ricky Parcells, the wide receiver from Florida, who's out right now, but it's going to be okay. We also did Ronaldo Green, the quarterback from Florida State. We did O-lineman Dominic Puny from Kansas, and we did Malik. Okay, but that's not my last name. The safety from Wake Forest. Those are all of our draft picks for this year. What do you think of them?
I like the Ricky Parcell pick, especially if y'all end up losing Brandon Ayuk. Not saying he's going to fill his shoes immediately, but you have somebody there in place to grow into his role.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that. I like the Green pick too, because y'all do need help y'all secondary. Like, to me, that's y'all biggest weakness on y'all defense is y'all secondary. Y'all don't have a playmaker in y'all secondary. Besides some funga at safety, that's pretty much it.
Gotcha. Okay. I like our draft picks. Ricky Parcells is a decent wide receiver. He did one of the most best catches I saw all last season with that one-handed grab going across the middle. He got rocked, but it's okay. Everyone else that we drafted can come in and get the much-needed experience. We're going to be good. Our free agency consists of Leonard Floyd, our defensive end, Like Devondre Campbell, linebacker, Malik Collins, defensive tackle, and Josh Dobbs, a quarterback. What do you think?
Those are actually some pretty solid free agent pickups.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Leonard Floyd one because that's another pass rusher, and I feel like he's still more effective. He's better than uh,
Chase Young
Chase
was?
Young was when y'all had him last year.
Yeah.
I like him, add him as a situational pass rusher,
Uh-huh.
or you have him start alongside Nick Bosa.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the other side, so I like that. Devondre Campbell, he's a solid veteran linebacker, um, and he should fit in with your linebacking group with Fred Warner and them. I like that too.
For me, I like the Josh Dobbs pickup. It gives us a veteran quarterback, and it allows us to, if something was to go down with Brock Purdy, we got a solidified backup. And he's still okay. He's still mobile, so he can still run. He can still, he's not necessarily a pocket passer. So I love that.
I like that also. He's also on my fantasy team, so
Oh snap!
yeah, I got him as a backup. So.
Next on my topic of discussion, we are going to discuss the Arizona Cardinals free agency period. I'm sorry, draft period. Then their free agency period. The draft period consists of Marvin Harrison Jr., wide receiver from Ohio State, Darius Robinson, the edge from Missouri, Max Melton, the cornerback from Rutgers,
Somebody sleepy.
and Trey Benson, the running back from Florida State. What do you think?
I love the Marvin Harrison pick. Got you a bona fide number one receiver.
Yeah, they had no choice.
Yep. We can build around him. Like it. I don't know too much about Darius Robertson, but to have enough edge rush up, that's already good too. In a pass happy league. I like the Trey Benson pickup too. I actually wanted my Cowboys to draft him, but that didn't happen. So, but yeah, they got a good running back in Trey Benson.
I like all the pickups that they got. The Marvin Harrison Jr. Pickup is one of the best pickups for them. Even though Kyle Murray can't see that well because of his small stature. But yeah, he gonna show out. He definitely gonna show out. Trey Benson is too. Um, yeah, those two are gonna be the star products of that draft for them. Next, we're gonna talk about their free agency period consisted of Jonah Williams, the offensive tackle, DJ Dallas, the running back, Chris Moore, the wide receiver, and Justin Jones, the defensive tackle. What do you think?
I like to pick up the offensive lineman. You need offensive lineman. Um, you need depth at the offensive line too, and to ensure that your quarterback is protected. So I like that.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Dallas, he was a solid running back for the Seattle Seahawks. He came from over there. He's good. He's a solid young running back.
Mm-hmm. I think that the free agency period was a good one for them. Like you already spoke on, offensive tackle and running backs were a need. And shoot, they're probably gonna start right away. If not, they're gonna be on second string. So it's always good. You always need help, and it's best to have help where you need it.
Yep. I like. Oh, sorry. Now we're gonna move over to the Los Angeles Rams. Their draft, first round, they drafted Jared Verse, the edge rusher from Florida State. Second round, they drafted his teammate, Brendan Fisk, defensive tackle for Florida State. Third round, they drafted Blake Corum, the running back from Michigan. And then had another third round pick. They drafted Cameron Kitchens, safety from Miami. What are your thoughts on the Rams draft?
I think the Rams draft was necessary and a much upgrade where they lost key pieces. Like Aaron Donald retired. They had a few trades. Somebody got traded. Somebody got released. So all of those are needs. Excuse me, yeah, that they filled. So that's always good. If you can fill a need, then you're good. Put and play. I think that's what those people are. Those players are.
I like the Jay Reverse pick. He's gonna be a stud. I actually seen a few reps from him in training camp because the Cowboys had joint practice with the Rams, and him and Tyler Guyton, they was going at it. They was having their battles, and it was pretty neck and neck. Like they both was winning, but I like what I saw from Verse. So I think y'all are going to be in good hands, Rams fans. He's not going to be Aaron Donald, but he's going to be good. Braden Fisk, I like that pickup as well. You slot him in at the defensive tackle spot. You lost Aaron Donald. He's a Hall of Famer. You lost him. Again, big shoes to fill, but I like the two additions they did on the defensive line in the draft. And then Blake Corum, I like that pickup as well. You have a solid backup for Kyron Williams, the running back that broke out last year. All right, Rams free agency. They signed Tre'Davious White, the corner from Buffalo. They signed Jimmy Garoppolo. They signed Darius Williams, cornerback. They re-signed Cameron Curl, and they also re-signed John Johnson, the safety. This is his third stint with the Rams. He's been pretty injury riddled, but when he was healthy, he was pretty good with the Rams. What are your thoughts on that free agency?
They definitely solidified their cornerback positions. Tre'Davious White is a bona fide star. Yeah, they did their thing. They came through, and people can come in right away and start.
Yeah, they had a pretty. Overall, they had a pretty solid free agency and a solid draft. They lost Aaron Donald. They lost Michael Brockers. They both retired, and then they traded away one of the wide receivers and Ben Skoranek to the Texans. But I feel like they did what they needed to do in free agency and in the draft too. That wide receiver y'all got from Texas, Jordan Whittington, he's pretty good. He's pretty good. I wouldn't be surprised if he's the next wide receiver to break out for y'all. He may not be like Puka, but he's going to be good. Off to the Seattle Seahawks draft. First round, they drafted Byron Murphy, defensive tackle from Texas. They didn't have a second round pick, so the third round, they drafted Christian Haynes, the guard from UConn. Fourth round, they drafted Tyrese Knight, the linebacker from UTEP. Fourth round, they drafted AJ Barner, tight end from Michigan. What are your thoughts on the Seahawks draft?
Everything was a need. But the drafting of Murphy is gonna excel the defensive line. They came through and they came and they got what they need to get. Well, who they need to get, I'm sorry.
I really like the Byron Murphy pickup. He's a dominant defensive tackle. And they lost quite a few players on defense due to free agency. But I like him. You could pair him up with Leonard Williams, who you re-signed in free agency. That'd be a nice little solid defensive tackle tandem, or if you don't start him, he'll be good in a rotation with your current defensive tackles. Christian Haynes, I like that too. He is rated high as offensive lineman and help protect Geno Smith. The last two prospects, I'm gonna have to do some research on because I don't know too much about them. We're gonna move over to their free agency. As I mentioned, they re-signed Leonard Williams, 3 years, $64.5 million. They re-signed George Fant, offensive tackle. They signed linebacker Jerome Baker, 1 year, $7 million. They re-signed their tight end Noah Fant, 2 years, $21 million. And they signed Jonathan Hankins, the defensive tackle from the Dallas Cowboys. So, what are your thoughts on the Seahawks free agency?
Their free agency was as much of a need as possible. With everybody leaving, they got what they needed. Everybody on there was a necessity or is a necessity, so it'll help out in the long run.
I really like. I'm glad they re-signed Leonard Williams and you add him and Byron Murphy together. But I like how they also signed Jonathan Hankins to add him to that defensive line rotation. I like that. You need as many big bodies you can at the defensive tackle position. You need your big guys up front to stop the run, and I like it. Solid pickup for the Seahawks. But they lost Bobby Wagner in free agency to the Commanders. They lost their other linebacker, Jordan Brooks, to the Dolphins. They lost the tight end, Will Disley, to the Chargers. And they lost the defensive end, Mario Edwards Jr., to the Texans. So you kind of revamped your defense through the draft. You signed Jerome Baker in free agency. Hopefully, he can fill that linebacker spot. Or the young guy you drafted in the 4th round. But y'all had a solid free agency, Seattle Seahawks fans. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about the Seahawks?
They're trash.
Dang. All right, Seahawks fans, come at them. Let them hear it. Go ahead, hit us up in the comments. Go ahead, leave something for L. But have a few questions. Some cause for pause for some of these teams. So, first question is, will the 49ers pay Brandon Ayuk and Trent Williams?
Yes, I definitely think that we will, because we need to. I would have boiled down to we need to. So just pay the man and get out the way so we can have a good season.
I'm gonna say they're gonna pay Trent, but I don't think the Brandon Ayuk thing. I don't think it's gonna end well. I think I'm gonna end up trading him. He said he wants to go to the Steelers, but I think the Commanders they threw themselves back into the chat since they traded away Jahan Dotson and they gained some draft picks in that deal. They could use those draft picks for a trade for Brandon Ayuk, and he could team up with his old college teammate and Jaden Daniels during their time in Arizona State. So that's my prediction. I think he's either going to be a Steeler or the Commanders, or a Commander before the season starts.
We'll see.
All right, next question in regards to the Cardinals. Will Marvin Harrison Jr. win Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Yes. Actually, it's going to be between him and Caleb Williams. But I'm leaning more towards Caleb Williams, honestly.
Yeah, I got to go with Caleb too. Just because of Kyler's inconsistencies. I think that's going to be a problem. And I feel like Harrison is not going to get as many, I don't think he's going to have eye-popping numbers like how we expect him to. That's just my thoughts on it. ID Caleb, he's more suited to succeed because he has more weapons to throw the ball to. I think he's more NFL ready than Marvin Harrison, or at least Marvin Harrison doesn't have a competent quarterback. So yeah. Next question in regards to the Rams. Will the Rams be a playoff contender?
Every show is gonna be a wild card. I think they can sneak in, but they're gonna have a heck of a year to sneak in.
I think they're gonna have a bounce back year. I think they're gonna make the playoffs. I think they'll get the top wild card. You made improvements across the board. You have a healthy Matthew Stafford. You have a healthy Cooper Cup. You got Puka Nakua coming into his second year. And then the pieces you added in the free agency and the draft. I think those are some good, solid pieces that you added. And it's a few teams in NFC that has declined. And I think the Rams are one of those teams that are on the trending upwards position.
We'll see.
Last question. Will the Seahawks be a playoff contender?
No, not at all. They're still in their rebuild mode, so they're going to stay in there for at least a good minute.
Yeah, I agree with you. The Seahawks, they're more on the downside. They're more rebuilding, like you said. I don't trust Geno Smith. He didn't have a good season last season. I know the season before he had a good season. I know he's improved. I know he's improved over this course of his career, but he's not the quarterback to get you over the hump and to get you deep into the playoffs. And like I said, with all the other NFC teams improving, that pushes Seattle further down the ladder. So, but hey, who do you have winning this division?
The 49ers, of course.
Yeah, I think even if y'all don't resign Brandon Ayuk, I feel like y'all be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all win the division. With Trent Williams, though, that's a tricky situation because you seen last year how y'all offensive line was without him.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta get him done though, like for real. Like if y'all just miss out on Brandon Ayuk, y'all miss out. But they gotta resign Trent.
I agree. Anything you want to tell our fans, our supporters?
Just keep supporting us, keep subscribing, keep liking, commenting, watching our videos. And we almost there, y'all. We almost there. 2 weeks until the NFL regular season starts.
We will survive. And then I think it's like you don't get you get all football all the way until is it early February?
Yep.
So yeah, it's gonna be football all day long. Let's go.
Yep. So y'all get y'all fantasy teams ready. You know, I'm wrapping up here. I'm in the last round of my fantasy league, the last league that I'm a part of. And once I'm completed with my fantasy team, I will share it with you all on our social media accounts. Y'all let me know how my fantasy team, you feel like I'm gonna do well, or you think I'm gonna be bad. So y'all let me know. Appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we'll see y'all on the next one.
Goodbye.